Hi, I'm Joni Eisenhower, Assistant Director of Health Promotion for the Bauer Center, and today we are going to make mini pepper nachos. This is a healthy snack or can be used as a meal, but it's perfect for the upcoming game day. All right, I know I told you we were making nachos, but I kind of lied a little bit. We actually are not using nachos, we're using mini peppers, but we are going to make them just as delicious as nachos with a lot of our fixings. So we have Sriracha sauce, salsa, guac, onion, sour cream, cheddar cheese. So let's get started browning the meat and getting the peppers ready to go. Okay, so now I'm browning the ground turkey. This is going to be the filling for our mini bell peppers. And I have a little bit of extra olive oil in the pan first. In addition to the ground turkey, I'm going to add some chopped up onions. This will just add a little bit of flavor. If you don't want to use meat, you don't have to. If you want to use a different meat, like ground beef, you certainly could do that. If you wanted to use tofu, a meat alternative, or actually just roast up some vegetables, if you are omitting meat from your diet, that would be fine too. So in this pan, I'm going to add a little bit of paprika and salt and pepper. I'm not using a taco seasoning packet just because they have a ton of extra sodium and it's just not necessary. I'm also going to add a little bit of onion powder. So I'll be back in a few to show you what that looks like. Okay, so we have the turkey all browned. You'll see the paprika in there and the onions are sauteed. So now it's time to get the peppers prepared. Okay, so we're gonna roast the peppers so they're nice and soft for our little pepper nachos. So you're going to take the pepper, you're going to cut off the top. You want the seeds out of it so you can push that to the side, and you always want to give something feet so it doesn't slide all over the cutting board and you cut yourself. And you're going to cut it so it's a nice little bowl. So I'm going to keep going with cutting the peppers and then I'll show you what to do before they go into the oven. Okay, so I have all the peppers prepared. I just drizzled a little bit of extra virgin olive oil over it so they roast up nice. So just make sure that gets on a little bit of every one. The oven is preheated to 400 degrees, so these are going to go in for about 10 minutes. If you like them a little bit more crispy, you want to put them in for less time. If you like them softer, of course, a little bit more time. So my recommendation is to watch and determine what time is best for you. Okay, the peppers are done from being in the oven, and you can see how it just has a nice little sear on that. Like I said, if you want them a little bit crisper, don't put them in as long. So I'm just gonna put a few on my plate and then I'm going to go to the fixins bar. This is where the fun starts. Okay, so this is really where you can customize your dish to meet whatever your preferences are and what your dietary needs are. But I'm going to put a scoop of the meat mixture on from earlier. Has some onions in, has some great flavor of paprika, so a little bit of smoky flavor. I'm going to put a little bit of sour cream on. If you're not doing dairy, you certainly don't have to do this. So putting that on. A little bit of salsa. All right, perfect. And I'm going to put some cheese on this. And going to pop it back in the oven. Make sure your plate is okay to go into the oven, but I'm just going to put it in for about 30 seconds to let the cheese melt. And then I'm gonna have the final toppings for you. Okay, Our cheese is fairly melted, so now it's time for the final touches. So I'm just gonna place a little bit of guac in the middle, some cilantro. I know some people really don't like cilantro, so of course leave this out if that's you. And a little squirt of lime just to brighten the flavor. And of course, to add some heat, a little bit of Sriracha. So there you have it, a healthier version of nachos without the nachos. Enjoy.